All right. I think it's Friday the 13th or something like that shit. Anyway, I'm out at the farm. Had a very busy week. The wife and I went down to our hunting camp in Doddridge County. We installed a new cook stove and had a new heat stove installed, and we also put down a new toilet. And I blew myself up on lighting the damn natural gas pilot light on Monday night. But you can't tell my eyelashes are completely gone, and my eyebrows have started to recover. And then that was there Tuesday for the stove installation, and then lifted hard on Wednesday and Thursday both while working a lot of hours. And today I'm feeling like absolute dog shit, so I don't know what I'm going to do today physically because I'm just feeling really crappy. But anyway, I'm going to do it anyway. Life's short. And it's super sweaty. It's always in West Virginia in the south. It's 85 degrees and a gazillion percent humidity. So I had to put a sweat rag underneath my hat. So, yeah, enjoy. So when I say I pushed my limits from a threshold standpoint, I did strict presses with I think 70 or 75 kg, no hip drive, no leg drive, just strict presses. I was able to do 3 sets of 5, which is not bad considering all the damage I have to my shoulders. And then before that, I did 3 miles at a 5 incline at 3.2 mph. And then the wife and I walked the neighborhood after that. And then yesterday was an absolute physical monstrosity. I got up, walked 2.5 miles at 3.2 at the 5 incline. Then I did squats up to 170 kg for sets of 10 with a safety squat bar. And then did other stuff afterwards, like I did Bulgarian split squats, and then I did some sissy squats, and then I did glute ham, what they're called vipers, and then I did Swiss ball hamstring curls after that. And then on top of all that shit, me and my nephew Brody went to do some arborist work. I cut down a couple trees, cut them up into log length, and then we basically put them into a big pile for her about a quarter mile from where it was by hand, because we can't use equipment. And so drugging and clothing and pushing carts with wood on it and weight. So I had like 2.5 hours in the vigorous zone yesterday. So that was just absolutely bonkers. It's taken forever for my back to loosen up. So I'm gonna make one more cut on this log, and then I am going to change the log and then make a couple more cuts just to make sure my body's good and loosened up before I try and chop it. I've decided until I can get this saw refiled, I'm not going to use it anymore. I'm going to sacrifice one of my better saws just to get a smooth training cut. So I'm not going to cut as many cuts now. What I may do is I may make one cut a session with a good saw, and then do my shitty cuts with this one with a stepping back further from the log, because that raker's killing me in regards to trying to make this cut smooth. That last cut was a great example. It was hanging in the small wood. It was good in the big wood, and then hanging again in the small wood at the bottom. So, yeah. So I'm going to move on to a different event now, and then I'm going to circle back and actually put a handle on a decent saw and make a cut with it and see how it goes. I'm a suffering. I've got up what I want to consider to be a shockwave block. It's something that I wrapped from wood that's well over 4 years old. So I've tried to shave away all the shit on the outside. So what I've been noticing with my chopping is that I've been lacking intensity. And so I'm going to cut half logs until I can cut half logs fierce. And then I'm going to go back to cutting full logs. I can do that in the single just because that's the way I'm wired. But chopping, for me, it takes a bit more effort, particularly given that I've spent the past probably 10 years or more chopping at 75 to 80%. So, yeah, it's going to let it all hang out. I'm going to use that 66 Old Steel Timber Sport Series axe, see what happens. Ideally, a goal on this would be, given us a 13-inch log, I would say 9 if it's exceptional, 13 if it's not. Not bad. The first down hit was a little bit not what I wanted, but after that it was pretty good, honestly. When I sort of pinched off that down hit, which left me having to go straighter in on my 5th and 6th hits, but the 3 drives were pretty good, I believe. So the back, ideally this is going to take 11 hits, but I need to get some confidence in driving. So that's when giving it confidence in driving is about getting the axe up, getting more slope on it. So I'm going to try and do that here, see what happens. It's a wonder I didn't break the handle on that one, but that was more better in regards to those down hits. That was a lot more snappy, and I'm pleased with that. I'll take it. So, we'll see if I find another one. Go ahead and set it up. Now I'm going to use a decent saw in the single and see if I can suck less. And I'm actually going to use my normal stance. Oh, that was refreshing. Yeah, that feels much better. I'm probably going to do that for every session. Just pick a saw, with the exception of my 2 best ones, and just run them on this log, just to get that nice feel of what it's supposed to be like. But yeah, I'm going to keep on training with a shitty saw and just know where it's at and adjust to it, and then one cut, give it all I got. So. Now I'm going to use this same 66 on another shockwave block in the underhand. I think it's about a 14, again, half and half. I'm going to see if I can channel some aggression here and cut with some oomph. This 66 is way too big for me to be cutting an underhand, using an underhand, but oh well, we'll see what happens. I'm calling it. Body's just not into it today. I like what I saw with what I did. So got a couple logs set up. Grant's supposed to come on Sunday, so these logs won't dry out before then. Let's see if I can get Brody over here and we'll flip this tree over.